You're recording that on your phone?
I am.
Is that a special app?
I have had a few apps just for school and stuff like that. So yeah,
I might have to
because I
steal
have
that
a few
trick.
teachers that will allow you to record their lectures, so that way you can go back and listen for stuff. All right. So just, I guess, to start off, go ahead and tell me a little bit about what you do,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there.
Sure. I facilitate the Health and Wellness Coalition, which is a community organization that promotes physical activity and healthy eating to every generation living in the greater Wichita area. So we focus anywhere in Sedgwick County, and we've been working in the community for 14 years. We have lots of partner organizations and individuals that help us do the work of the coalition. We operate in committees, so we have a healthy eating committee, food policy committee, physical activity committee, working well conference planning committee. In my role, I am the first paid staff member for the coalition. That's through a grant with the Kansas Health Foundation. And so I facilitate the coalition, keep the website up to date, run our Facebook page, do our monthly newsletter, coordinate the meetings, and then I'm also working on a health equity project in the Evergreen neighborhood, north Wichita. And it's a community engagement project, and so we're recruiting a group of residents that will identify a health need that needs to be addressed, and then they'll work together to make changes for that health need.
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah, fun job.
So how did you get into your career or field?
So my degrees are in exercise science, and I wanted to do worksite wellness when I selected that degree. And so I've had a number of jobs throughout my career, and I ended up working at the Sedgwick County Health Department. It's now the Division of Health. And that's when I really got involved with the coalition work. And then I was working on a grant at the Medical Society that was focused on physical activity and healthy eating. And that's when I became involved and really started doing a lot of the work of the coalition. And then when the Health and Wellness Coalition received the grant, then the money for the grant are housed here at the YMCA, and so I became YMCA employee, and I've been still doing the work with the coalition here.
Okay, and how many people are in the coalition with you?
So we have a leadership team of about 14 members that meet regularly to guide the work of the coalition. And then we have a list of probably 350 partners, representatives from organizations and individuals. And then our newsletter list is about 9,000.
Okay, that's pretty high. That's nice. I guess describe your typical work week or day. It probably varies, but it'd just be kind of nice to hear what you do.
Yes. So it does definitely vary. Most of our committees meet monthly, and so this week I have a physical activity committee. I'm working with a Wichita State student group that is promoting the Health and Wellness Coalition. I have meetings with the grant, obligations here to the YMCA. There's not really a typical day. I would say probably one thing that I get to do almost every day is I get to make a connection between two organizations or two groups that didn't previously know about each other, which is probably my favorite part about working with the Health and Wellness Coalition, and I get to learn about other organizations in the community.
Yeah. So what excites you most about your job?
Probably learning about organizations in the community. Today I met with a staff member at Cloud Elementary. Last week I met with the same organization at Pleasant Valley Middle School. It's called the Pando Initiative. It used to be called Communities in Schools. And they told me that they are named that because the Pando tree forest in Utah, the root system is so connected that it can withstand floods and fires and all sorts of things. And so since I've heard that, I just think that's the way we all need to be. It's just so connected and coordinated that we all work together.
It's kind of a cool thought process. I like that they named it that.
Yes.
So clearly we feel like you make a difference, otherwise I wouldn't be interviewing you. So could you tell me a time or story where you really felt like you made a difference in somebody else's life?
So we're doing Walktober right now, and it's a free month-long physical activity initiative. And I think that when we encourage people to get out and do physical activity, and then they meet someone maybe, or I'll hear stories that, that encourage them to ask their neighbor to go for a walk, and now they continue to walk every day. Just things like that we had some part in because of our programs or our worksite wellness conference or something like that is when I feel like I make a difference.
Okay. And if you could give one piece of advice of somebody going into your field or your job, if you had to train somebody to go into your job, what would it be and why?
I would say perseverance, because in this field we're working with a lot of different organizations and a lot of different people, and people have life issues and they change jobs, and it's not always a clear line from A to B. Sometimes it's a really curvy line, but in the end, I think that working together and collaborating with other organizations is the only way we're going to get things done. It definitely takes a village. We had a coalition meeting last Wednesday, and Bike Walk Wichita presented one of our partner organizations, and somebody said, well, don't you guys kind of do the same thing? You both kind of promote physical activity, and we both commented that there's plenty of work to go around, plenty of people in this community that need encouragement to be more physically active and healthier. So we're all just working together. So
yes, absolutely. But personal qualities and abilities do you think help make you successful in your career?
I think being personable, being able, people I think feel comfortable talking to me, and I have a reasonable level of enthusiasm for the work, which is important. If I wasn't enthusiastic and passionate about it, I don't think I'd get as far as I have. Yeah.
How do you feel your job, or how do you see your job changing within like the next 5 or 10 years, in a negative or a positive way? Because obviously you have tons of challenges already.
So a positive change that I see in my job is through the work of the grant, we are really pausing and thinking, what do the residents of the community want from the Health and Wellness Coalition? So I don't want to say that for the first 14 years we didn't think about that, but we're a lot more intentional about saying, we put this Walktober program out, is this something that motivates the people in our community? And if not, what can we do to make it better? So that's going to be a positive change.
Okay. All right. And then my last question, but I feel like you already answered it, is why do you think your service is so valuable to society?
I just think that healthy people are more productive members of society. I think that healthy kids are better students, healthy employees are more productive on the job, and create a healthy society, healthy culture. And so I think that it's important for organizations like us to just be here and keep encouraging and reminding people of the importance to be healthy, because unfortunately society and life encourages us to be on our phone or on our computer way too many hours a day and drive through fast food, and
So what is your degree in?
exercise science.
Okay. And then did you go to Wichita State?
I got my master's at Wichita State, my undergraduate at K-State.
All right. And did you know like was something that you wanted to do?
So both my undergraduate and my master's degree had an emphasis in health promotion. With exercise science, you could go the health promotion route or the cardiac science route when I was in school. And I didn't like all the science and research part, and I liked the people part of it.
Yeah.
So I went health promotion, and that is exactly what I'm doing right now. I thought that I wanted to work at a work site and do worksite wellness programs, which I've done off and on throughout my career, but I like this space that I'm at now where I'm able to impact a lot of people. We put on an event called We All Eat, where it had tips and tricks to inspire people to eat healthy, and we had 700 people come. And, I can't say that all 700 people made a life change while they were there, but based on our evaluation and feedback, they enjoyed the event, they learned something new, they want to come back next year.
So would you say that's your favorite event, or do you have another one that's your favorite?
That's probably my favorite event. We do cooking demonstrations, and it's just a topic that I'm personally interested in. I'd say the event that I'm the most proud of is the Working Well Conference, because we're getting ready to plan our 15th year. It's a volunteer-led committee. We've had a self-sustaining budget for the past 15 years, so that's probably what I'm the most proud of.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
And do you have any questions for me?
I know a lot about the project, so I was there when Becky gave the speech, and I've been on the National Public Health Thank You Day Planning Committee in years past, so I don't have any questions, but I think you did a great job.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you
Yes,
for your time.
yes.
Appreciate
So
it.
this is yours. Take it. If you haven't, you heard about the Health and Wellness Coalition because I spoke in the class, but if you forgot to look us up and like us on Facebook, definitely do that.
I will. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yes. All right. Have a good day.
You enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
All right.